Well, on to some news from Australia, where the bushfires have now hit acres of vineyards in southern Australia's wine region. Well, about 200 individual bushfires broke out, burning almost 40,000 hectares in Adelaide and leaving it shrouded in smoke. It's been just over a month since the similar events occurred in New South Wales. Adelaide in South Australia is home to dozens of grape, cherry, apple, pear and other fruit growers whose homes and businesses have been completely destroyed. Meanwhile, 2 people have lost their lives in the fire this weekend. And Australia has also been hit by one of the worst droughts ever faced by the country. The visuals on your screens are that of the wildlife quenching their thirst in a water trough during extremely dry weather conditions, with scorching heat and fires expected to worsen. Animal sanctuaries and rescue organizations are considering to evacuate threatened areas to protect the wildlife. Meanwhile, the Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison has announced paid leave for volunteer firefighters during his tour to the fire-affected areas across the country.
He issued a directive to all Commonwealth departments and agencies that will see the full paid leave for emergency services be lifted to a minimum standard of 4 weeks. 4 weeks. And with additional leave able to be provided by those agencies on an as-needs basis.
However, Morrison has received considerable flack for allegedly taking this climate crisis in the country very little seriously, wasn't taking it seriously at all, and calls for the Prime Minister's resignation have been doing the rounds on social media, post his holiday pictures that emerged from Hawaii after he said there would be no change in his climate policy in the face of this massive crisis. And while Moscow is witnessing its warmest winter in over a century as temperatures touched 5.4 degrees Celsius on December 18th, with the mercury predicted to rise further in the city that otherwise experiences temperatures well below zero, residents are concerned about the impact it's having on the vegetation and winter activities.
While Russian President Vladimir Putin is still questioning the level of human contribution to climate change, his country's capital is witnessing its warmest winter in 133 years. Moscow's residents are witnessing what they term a rare and dangerous winter, where snow is nowhere to be seen, forcing some to even lay out fake snow to carry on with winter activities. Besides, warm winds from Europe are not helping.
We covered our slopes with artificial snow already in November. The ski station started working, but then the heat waves from Europe started to arrive from the west. Those humid waves melted the snow.
A season where Moscow usually experiences freezing temperatures of minus 6.2 degrees Celsius, the city was warmed up with the mercury rising to 5.4 degrees, surpassing the previous record of 5.3 degrees set way back in the year 1886. Temperatures are expected to rise to 7 degrees in the days to come. The absurd weather change has led to the early flowering of snowdrop flowers, the blooming of which is otherwise considered the first sign of spring. Botanists believe that the plants have confused winter for spring because of the higher temperatures.
We're here at the Botanical Garden in Moscow, and we have spring flowers already in bloom. Snowdrops, crocuses and hellebores are blossoming, and even some shrubs, such as daphnes.
This is an anomaly. What is happening right now is bad for plants. Some people who come here for amusement may find it funny, but this is dangerous.
The unseasonable warmth is said to have been brought in by an atmospheric front from the Atlantic Ocean. And rain is the prediction for this year's New Year in Moscow. As President Putin stated on the 19th of December, global warming could be catastrophic for Russia as nearly a fifth of its land lies within the Arctic Circle. Bureau Report, WION, World is One.